Or we gonna get a little quarterback analysis in for Grove JV quarterback. First play, drive back. You see how you kind of short arm this throw? You're such a big quarterback that your arm or your elbow should be up here. You should be releasing over the top. Not only that, but as of right now, all your weight, as you see here, is generated all on this front foot. So your transfer of weight right now isn't going to have any type of momentum going forward to be able to throw a ball downfield with a lot of velocity. You finish the throw, and you kind of just stand there. I'll go back a little bit. When you finish through here, you need to be bringing this hand and this arm right here. You should be finishing right down here into your opposite pocket. You want to try to put your thumb from your throwing hand in your opposite pocket. That's going to help with the velocity of the football and the rotation coming out of your hand. You have good eyes here. You look off to the left first. They come back to the right. Shuffle up 1, 2. This time you do a little bit better as far as a release. You're bringing the ball back a little bit more. But now, as you can see, you have this elbow right here kind of trailing. So as of right now, the angle of your elbow, when you release the football, once I clear this arrow off, you're kind of dragging that elbow. And you see how you're releasing, and when you're releasing right now, all of your momentum is going this way because your body is generating that type of positioning. You got to bring everything in a little bit more, stay a little bit tighter and a little bit more coiled so that when you release the football, you have everything generated going forward through your throw instead of up and over. And you finished that time, you finished a little bit far. You started your throw back here, and then you ended up all the way up here. So you followed through a little bit too far there. Keep your feet under you. Everything should be under you. Everything should be balanced. Next play, drop back. All right, this is a habit that you should break as soon as you can because it's a very bad habit to have. This right here. You taking your hands off the football. If you're dropping back, you want to take away any type of unneeded and unnecessary movements and take that out, because as a quarterback, every second is so precious in the pocket. When you're dropping back right now and you're taking that hand off the football, you have to bring it back as you do right now instead of just keeping it there the whole time. You lost half a second, then you tap it twice, bring it up, and then once again. Do you see? This is a perfect angle right here. This right here is all bad. We need to bring this elbow up over the top so that the ball should be right here on the shelf right now, all the way up top. You're a big kid. So that when you release, you can generate all that momentum onto your front foot and follow through. That was a better follow through right there. It looked good. But one thing I would say, just for your sake, is keep that arm right here after you follow through. Just to over-exaggerate that follow through. It won't hurt and it's going to build good habits. Drop back, eyes down the field. Once again, you're taking your hand off the ball, which is taking away precious moments, because whether you realize it or not, you're always going to have to tap that left hand right before you throw, just because it's a habit, and obviously it's going to be one that you're going to have to break. Keep that ball right up high, right above your right pectoral muscle, so that right when you're in the pocket moving around, it's right there, so you're already coiled and ready to release at any moment. Another thing too, when you're sliding in the pocket, we never want to give the defense our chest. We're giving them our chest right now. So if a D-line comes through, you have no availability to move laterally at all, because you're going to have to fully turn your shoulders all the way around to be able to get there, just because right now your chest is facing forward. Our front shoulder, which is our non-throwing shoulder, should be right here facing downfield right now. And your back shoulder should be over here. And you should have everything squared going down the field, just so that you have perfect pocket presence and everything is coiled tight and ready to rip the ball down the field. Right now you're loose and you're showing your chest to the defense, which is an easy indicator for DBs that they have time to get back on the hip. You square back up and then you check down. I think they end up calling this a sack. You can tell by your body language, which is another thing too that you might want to look at, working on just a little bit. Good, bad, or ugly, playing quarterback, bad things are going to happen. We're going to have sacks. We're going to try to eliminate as many turnovers as we can. But when bad things happen, always keep a positive attitude about you, and make sure you keep a positive demeanor on the field, because when you don't, other guys will be attracted to that, and other guys will start to feed off that energy, especially just because you're the signal caller and you're the guy in charge of the offense. Roll out, roll right. It looks good. You set your feet, pump a couple times, and that ball's coming off again. And once again, the transition in the weight right now, all your weight's on your front foot and you haven't thrown the ball yet. So that means that you're not having any power with this back leg right now. Keep stacked up on this back leg right here until you start coming forward, just to generate better momentum and better power coming forward. You're going to have a lot more velocity on the football. And with that elbow too, bring that ball up right here. Keep everything at 90. You have to think right before you release, you always want the ball at 90 degrees, just because it gives you the best chance to come right over the top and be able to deliver a catchable football. Drop here. It's good. Your eyes are downfield, but what did you do? You took your hand off the ball again, right? Keep that hand glued to this football right here. It's going to make everything a lot easier, and it's going to keep your front shoulder locked and loaded and coiled. When you start opening this front shoulder up like this, it's going to affect your throw, because once you see yourself come around, you had to tap the football, and then once again you're taking that shoulder out of it. Weight transfer once again. Stack up on that back foot a little bit longer. Give yourself a little bit more time to put some weight on that back foot so you can generate more momentum going forward. Right now everything's here, but your arm's still trailing. And then when you follow through, your feet should never be this close. If your feet are that close, that means that you're not balanced with your footwork and you're having weird weight transitioning. And I just kind of described that to you, so make sure that you look out for that. When we finish